Hello my friends from the channel. How are you all doing? It's a pleasure to talk to you about another topic on health and well-being. For those who don't know me yet, I'm Antonio Carlos, a biologist, specialist in clinical analysis, and researcher of nutritional supplements for over 20 years. Here I bring you content and documentaries based on evidence, always focused on improving your health and quality of life. Also, leave your comment, I read and respond to all of them. What if one of the most powerful plant-based compounds for protecting your brain is already in your kitchen cabinet? In a world often focused on pharmaceuticals, the wisdom of ancient remedies can get overlooked. But now, scientists are putting these remedies to the test, and the evidence is getting interesting. This isn't just about folklore anymore. It's about hard science and specific, powerful compounds being studied for their potential effects on the human brain. We're about to explore a secret that has been hiding in plain sight, a secret that could change how you see this humble spice forever. For centuries, cloves were an incredibly valuable commodity. Intense competition and even wars were fought over the islands where they grew. But why? Was it all for flavor? Or did our ancestors know something we're just rediscovering? In traditional systems like Ayurveda and Chinese medicine, cloves were prized for their antiseptic and pain-relieving properties. But the real treasure inside this tiny, dried flower bud is a compound with a name you should remember. This is the star of our story. Eugenol is the primary active component in cloves, making up 70 to 90% of its essential oil. And as we're about to see, preliminary research suggests this single substance is a powerhouse of protection for your most vital organ, your brain. While modern science works on complex drugs to fight brain aging, what if a key piece of the puzzle is already in our hands? The invisible enemy. Understanding the threats to your brain. Before we can appreciate the protective potential of cloves, we need to understand what we're up against. Think of it like this. As your body uses oxygen to create energy, it also creates unstable molecules called free radicals. Normally, your body can keep them under control, but thanks to pollution, a poor diet, stress, and just the natural process of aging, these sparks can multiply and become overwhelming. In the brain, this rusting is a key driver of what we call cognitive decline. It's one reason why, as we get older, our memory might not be as quick. Our focus can wander, and we get that frustrating brain fog. It's a slow, silent erosion of our mental sharpness. So, we have these two forces, oxidative stress and neuroinflammation, working against our brain health every single day. It's a constant battle. To win it, our brain needs defenders, bodyguards that can neutralize those free radicals and cool down the inflammatory fires. This is where the emerging science of cloves gets really interesting. The hero compound, eugenol, your brain's potential bodyguard. Now that we understand the enemy, let's meet the hero researchers are studying. Cloves are absolutely loaded with antioxidants. In fact, lab tests like the ORAC scale, which measures antioxidant capacity, consistently rank cloves as one of the most potent antioxidant spices on Earth. Including cloves in your diet along with other antioxidant-rich foods is a great strategy for overall health. The star antioxidant in cloves is that powerful compound we mentioned. Think of it as a master security guard, capable of disarming multiple types of threats. But eugenol's potential doesn't stop there. It's also a formidable anti-inflammatory agent in experimental models. One of the most exciting aspects of eugenol that scientists are investigating is its apparent ability to cross the blood-brain barrier in animal models. The fact that eugenol appears to get past this barrier is significant. It means it could potentially deliver its antioxidant and anti-inflammatory benefits directly to the brain cells that need them most. So, when we talk about the science of cloves, we're not just talking about a simple spice. We are talking about the potential to give your brain a highly skilled bodyguard that could fight off damage and protect it from some of the core processes of aging. The hidden benefit: one, a shield for your brain cells' neuroprotection. The first and most profound secret that scientists are exploring in cloves is neuroprotection. This isn't just a vague wellness term. It means actively shielding your neurons, your brain cells, from damage and death in experimental models. For instance, one of the hallmarks of Alzheimer's disease is the buildup of a toxic protein called Yet, studies have shown that eugenol can protect neuronal cells from the death typically caused by Furthermore, research on animal models has provided even more compelling clues. In studies where animals were exposed to neurotoxins, those who were also given clove extracts showed significantly less neuronal damage. So, what does this mean for you? While it's not a proven strategy, this research suggests that incorporating cloves into your diet could be a small but meaningful way to support your body's defense systems. You may be providing it with raw materials that scientists believe have the potential to build a stronger shield against the daily wear and tear that leads to cognitive decline. The hidden benefit to sharpening your mind: cognitive enhancement. Protecting the brain is one thing, but could cloves actually help it work better? The second hidden benefit researchers are investigating is their potential for cognitive enhancement, improving memory, focus, and learning. This potential is being explored through several mechanisms. First, let's talk about neurotransmitters. These are chemical messengers your brain cells use to communicate. One of the most important neurotransmitters for learning and memory is in diseases like Alzheimer's. Levels of this crucial chemical drop, leading to memory loss. Remarkably, some preclinical research suggests that compounds in cloves may help stop the breakdown of acetylcholine. By preserving more of this vital neurotransmitter, cloves could theoretically support memory function. Second, as we know, cloves show strong anti-inflammatory and antioxidant activity in the lab. A brain that isn't constantly fighting off damage is a brain that can perform more efficiently. By potentially reducing this background noise of damage, cloves could help create a better environment for memory and concentration. This isn't just speculation. Preclinical studies have shown that administering clove oil, or its extracts, can lead to measurable improvements in memory and learning in animal models. In behavioral tests like mazes, animals given clove compounds performed significantly better, demonstrating enhanced memory. One fascinating study even showed that eugenol appeared to enhance the physical complexity of neurons in the hippocampus, the brain's memory center. It increased the growth of dendrites, the branches of neurons that receive information. Eugenol might not just protect the brain, but actively help it build stronger connections in these models. The implications are astounding. But it's important to remember this is early research. Human trials are needed to see if these effects translate to us. Still, the possibility that regularly consuming cloves could help support the very structure and function of our brain is an exciting frontier. A new avenue in Alzheimer's research? This is perhaps the most hopeful area of research involving cloves. While it must be said there is absolutely no cure for Alzheimer's disease, and cloves are not a treatment, a growing body of preclinical science is pointing to compounds in cloves as a potential weapon in the fight against this devastating condition. Alzheimer's is largely characterized by two culprits: the formation of amyloid beta plaques and tau protein tangles in the brain. These are toxic to neurons, disrupting communication and triggering intense inflammation. This is where the multifaceted power of cloves gets so interesting to scientists. Research is showing that compounds in cloves may fight this process on several fronts in the lab and in animal models. First, studies show some compounds in cloves may have the ability to inhibit the clumping of that toxic amyloid beta protein by potentially preventing these proteins from forming destructive plaques. Cloves could theoretically help cut the disease process off at an early stage. Second, eugenol has been shown to directly protect neurons from the toxic damage caused by the amyloid beta that has already formed in cell cultures. It acts as a shield, but it also seems to help reduce the inflammatory storm these plaques trigger in the brain's immune cells. Calming this neuroinflammation is a key goal in Alzheimer's research. Third, exciting animal studies have shown that supplementation with clove extract can lessen cognitive decline in models of Alzheimer's. In one study from 2023, it was found that exercise combined with clove supplementation improved memory in a rat model of the disease. The researchers noted that the combination helped decrease the number of damaged and dying neurons, suggesting a direct protective effect. It is critically important to state that these are preliminary, preclinical studies. Human clinical trials are absolutely essential to confirm if these effects have any relevance for people. The science is still evolving, but it suggests that this common kitchen spice contains an arsenal of compounds that seem almost tailor-made to counteract the destructive pathology of Alzheimer's disease in experimental settings. How to unlock the power of cloves, a practical guide. Knowing about this promising research is one thing, but putting it into practice is what matters. The beauty of cloves is how accessible they are. You don't need a prescription. You just need to know how to use them effectively and, most importantly, safely. Here are some of the best ways to incorporate cloves into your routine. 1. The simple clove tea. This is perhaps the easiest way to consume cloves. Take a cup of water, bring it to a boil, and add 4 to 5 whole cloves. Let them steep in the hot water for about 5 to 10 minutes. You can also simmer them gently on the stove for a few minutes. Then, strain the cloves out and enjoy the tea. The flavor is warm and aromatic. To make it more palatable, you can add a cinnamon stick, a slice of ginger, or a bit of honey. 2. Clove-infused water. For a cold beverage, clove-infused water is a great option. Just add 4 to 5 whole cloves to a glass or bottle of water and let it sit overnight in the fridge. In the morning, the water will be infused with the clove's essence. It's a refreshing, subtle way to get some of the benefits throughout the day. 3. Grinding them into your food. Don't underestimate using cloves in your cooking. While whole cloves are great for flavoring broths or roasts, ground cloves are much more versatile. Add a pinch of ground clove to your morning oatmeal, smoothie, or yogurt. It pairs beautifully with fruits like apples and pears. You can also add it to savory dishes like curries, stews, and soups. Just remember that ground cloves are potent, so a little goes a long way. Start with just 1/8 of a teaspoon. 4. Creating a spice blend. You can create your own brain-boosting spice blend to have on hand. In a small jar, mix ground cloves with other spices linked to brain health, like turmeric with a pinch of black pepper to aid absorption, and ginger. Sprinkle this blend on anything from roasted vegetables to coffee. A note on whole versus ground cloves. Whole cloves keep their beneficial oils and potency for much longer, sometimes for years. Ground cloves lose their potency more quickly, usually within 6 months. For maximum benefit, it's best to buy whole cloves and grind them yourself as needed. A critical warning: safety, dosage, and what to avoid. With great power comes the need for great responsibility. While cloves are a beneficial spice in culinary amounts, it is absolutely crucial to understand how to use them safely. For most healthy adults, using them in tea or food is generally safe. However, when we talk about concentrated forms, especially clove oil, the rules change dramatically. The danger of clove oil. Clove essential oil is extremely concentrated. It contains a much higher dose of eugenol than whole or ground cloves. For this reason, pure clove oil should never be ingested. Swallowing even small amounts of undiluted clove oil can be toxic, particularly for children. It can lead to severe side effects including seizures and even serious liver damage. Clove oil is meant for specific topical uses, like for a toothache, and even then it should always be diluted with a carrier oil like coconut oil. Potential drug interactions. This is a critical point. The eugenol in cloves can have a blood-thinning effect, as it appears to slow blood clotting in experimental settings. This can be dangerous if you are already taking anticoagulant or antiplatelet medications, like warfarin or even daily aspirin. Combining cloves and medicinal amounts like supplements with these drugs could increase the risk of bruising and bleeding. If you are on any blood-thinning medication or have a bleeding disorder, you must speak with your doctor before regularly consuming cloves for health purposes. Surgery and blood sugar. Because of the potential effect on blood clotting, it's recommended to stop using cloves in medicinal amounts at least 2 weeks before any scheduled surgery. Additionally, some studies suggest cloves can help lower blood sugar levels. For someone with diabetes, this could be helpful, but it also creates a risk of blood sugar dropping too low if combined with diabetes medication. Monitor your blood sugar closely and consult your doctor if you plan to add cloves to your health regimen. Pregnancy and liver conditions. People with existing liver problems should be cautious, as high doses of eugenol can be toxic to the liver. While culinary use is considered safe during pregnancy, clove supplements and the oil should be avoided. The key takeaway is moderation and awareness. Enjoying cloves in your food and as a daily cup of tea is a safe and effective strategy for most people. But avoid concentrated oils and supplements unless you are under the guidance of a healthcare professional. If this journey into the science of cloves has opened your eyes, and you believe in the power of knowledge, then help us spread this information. There are millions of people who are concerned about their brain health and have no idea that a potential ally is sitting in their kitchen. Click the like button to tell the algorithm this message is important. Subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss our next exploration into natural health. And most importantly, share this video. Send it to your parents, your friends, or anyone you care about who wants to protect their brain. Leave a comment below. Have you ever used clove tea? Did you know about the emerging science of Let's build a community dedicated to exploring these natural wonders. We started with a simple question. What if a common spice held secrets for your brain? We've since looked at the history and the emerging science to get a glimpse of the potential of cloves. We've learned that behind its fragrance lies a potent cocktail of compounds, led by the hero. We've seen how, in preclinical studies, these compounds act as powerful bodyguards for our brain, shielding neurons from oxidative stress and quieting the destructive fire of neuroinflammation. We have uncovered the research that suggests cloves might do more than just protect. They might enhance. In animal models, they show the potential to sharpen memory and support the very mechanisms of learning. And finally, we've looked at the exciting, though very preliminary, evidence suggesting this humble spice may offer a multi-pronged defense against the pathology of Alzheimer's in laboratory settings. The message is not that cloves are a magic cure. They are not. The science is still evolving, and it's crucial to use them responsibly. But the big takeaway is that we shouldn't ignore powerful, natural, and accessible tools for our health. It is a stunning reminder that nature often holds complex compounds that warrant our attention and further scientific study. So, the next time you see that small jar of cloves in your pantry, don't just see it for what it truly is, a vessel of ancient wisdom and a source of powerful compounds that are at the forefront of exciting new research. Thank you for joining us.